Guys, well, it's time to get the Lexion through. There were some things we found on the inspections, and there were some things we never got to last year. Since it's a new combine to me, I want to pull the rotors out and check like any rotor combine is you got the elephant ears and the flighting up front, the augering part of the rotor. So I want to pull them rotors and just give a good inspection on them wear parts. We might not have much bean. You know, it's going to be a 15, 20 bushel per acre year on soybeans. The last thing I want to do is have tough beans that make fighting for bad beans a miserable thing. You know, I want to just roll through them fields. So it's a common thing. It's like any other combine. It's just normal wear part inspections. But I want the combine to run well, so we're going to check normal wear part stuff. So it ain't bad. This rear hood opens up to give us room where the rotors just come right on out. I've never done it before, but we're going to learn as we go. As far as I can tell, so there's the rotor right there. That's the end of the rotors right there. We're set up for dropping straw. So I'll flip this back up. I don't have cowboy boots on, so that works good. I've got work boots on. So I can stand on that and loosen this rear hood up and just pop this rear hood. I think I'll have to see if the hinges will allow me to flip it over 180 or just take the sucker off. No big deal. And then just that gray sheet metal comes out, unbolt the gearboxes from the machine, pop them off, and bang a bang a boom, you know, we're moving forward. So just them couple steps, then go up in the grain tank and unhook the front, because I want to be able to check the bearings on these as well. With close to 3,000 separator hours, I want to check them bearings up front. I worry about combines. If you're new to the channel, I worry about combines and combine maintenance. Okay, I said it. No, that's something that we focus on, but to do a quality job. So with that said, let's flip this up and see what we get. I don't know if I can do it one-handed, but to go from dropping straw, all I do is pull this pin and lift this tailboard. See if I can come back here. And it slides that upper panel out. There. Now, the switch reactivates the chopper, and now we're dropping into the chopper. Kind of a slick deal. So now I can stand up here if I have to. I'll get a ladder. I'll get a ladder and work. Maybe that's what I'll do. Loosen this sit screw, because I think I have to get these hubs to slide apart. Because if you can't get the hubs apart, you can't take the bolts off, because you can't get the splines, you can't get the gearbox to slide off because they're connected together, kind of deal. You know what I'm saying? So crack them loose, get some lube, clean up these shafts, and then see if I can't get them to move. Took the sheet metal, that gray sheet metal that went on them studs right there. I got that off, so then I could get in here with the air hose. Just get everything blowing off is pretty good, so it isn't dripping dust all over you, itchy, scratchy dust. So yeah, next task is attack the gearboxes. First box is off. I didn't even move the hubs. There was enough movement that as that box came loose, you could kick it to the side and it rotated down out of the way. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not what I used to be as a man. You know, the days that I had to just stand there and carry 300 pounds are behind me. You know, I can't put 400 on the deadlift bar and go for reps anymore. But that box is heavy. We'll be using the forks in the tractor or a come along or something somehow to get it back up in there, because just a simple strap over that top beam so a guy can be on the ground and another guy lifts it up the ladder, make it a whole lot safer and easier. It's a heavy bugger, ain't no doubt about that. And so you can get just crazy whatever you need to do to get it free. I mean, it was just suction cupped. These two faces were just kind of bonded together over 15 years of being together, and then the dowel pins fit real tight, you know, like how they're supposed to. And so you just take it, but it ain't gonna fall on you, you know. So that's the nice thing. Now I'll slide my ladder over, and because I hate ladders to death. Like, I can hang on the side of the IDS, you know, that was fun. But going up a ladder is a nightmare for me, so I chained the ladder so it can't fall down on me. All right, both boxes are down, and let's hop up in the grain tank. So we go up in the grain tank, and there is some access panels and just a couple bolts. You can see that cap right there with one bolt out. That's the bearing cap for the rotor. So you just pull the access panel off, and that's the impeller right there to feed the rotors. So I pull them two bolts there and pull the two bolts on the other one, and the rotors are ready to come out. All right, so I put the come along on it just to move it by hand. I just left the shield up there. So just to move it by hand and see. Now it moves by hand, so now I can just lift up and start dragging back a little bit, I guess. There we go. Got them out. And that worked pretty slick. So we'll set them down and take a look and see what we got going on. To me, the wear kits, the wear items look pretty good. Them elephant ears and stuff, to me that looks pretty good, except this crack. We need to pound him, take the maul, and give him a couple wraps back down. And yeah, that little piece of straw, whatever, you're in there now, buddy. Couple wraps with the maul to put him back into play. Well, I can almost put it right there. I can pretty near push him back into place, and then cross stitch it. So like where the crack ends, you put a cross stitch to stop them cracks. And then we'll roll the tube around and look for more. This isn't a known issue with these rotors, but I suppose things can happen.